with you. I thought what we would do today is I could kind of share with you how I use old vintage papers in some of the things that I create. But hang on just a second, having a computer issue here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think we're good. All right, well, welcome to Creating with Jovi. I just did a live sale, my first time. A little bit, I think, untraditional compared to other people's live sales because I had to list everything into my Etsy shop because I'm here all by myself and I don't have anyone to take the information down for me. So anyway, but that's behind us. Now we're going to work on making some tags and some pockets using some vintage papers. And I wanted to share with you some of the ones that I already made. I want to show you how I use the papers. And I also want to mention all these paper dolls. These are part of my paper doll kit. I'm going to be having a, hi Mary D, how are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? So glad you're here. So this coming up this month of October, I am hosting a paper doll collaboration with my friend, oh geez, I'm drawing a blank now. I see her, Sassy Southern NC Girl, and her name is Jen. There we go. At any rate, so I made a kit with all these paper dolls, and so I want to start featuring the kit. There's some freebies in my Facebook group, Creating with Jovi Journals and Crafts, and you can grab the freebies. There's 2 of them so far, and then I'll put out the other 2 shortly so that people can play along with the collaboration. But I wanted to show you how I used some vintage papers. So this whole background here is a vintage book page, and then I added vintage encyclopedia. I just tore a piece off of it and added it there. Then over here on this one, I've got, I think the only vintage piece is this, and I showed this on my live, but oh, thank you, Mary D, I appreciate that. This was from a 1950s Hot Rod magazine, and I just thought it was cool because she's dressed like the 50s. And a great way to use our vintage papers is by making masterboards. And you'll notice on this masterboard, there's a whole lot going on here. Not only did I use some vintage papers, I also used a vintage playing card, and then I added some stickers to it, and of course, my paper doll. And actually today I'm thinking as we start working on, because we're gonna make a couple of these, I want to color in where I didn't cut out their arms, like this space here. So anyway, let me show you a few other vintage things. More playing cards here, those are vintage. This is encyclopedia. This is so simply put on here. I cut my paper doll out, I added the encyclopedia and the butterflies, boom, we're done. This is either a big tag or this becomes a pocket. I could definitely see this becoming a pocket in a journal. This is a master board, and I used vintage book page on this one and then added some other items along with the paper doll. Another one with the vintage book page, and I just added flowers and my paper doll. This one has wallpaper. This right here is wallpaper. This was some art, and then this was a postcard. Here's the same book page, a sticker, and then a postcard, and then our paper doll. Hi Cindy, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Mary D. I'm so glad you like them. Welcome over, I appreciate it. So this is another paper doll on vintage book page. And same here, vintage book page here. This was masterboard. You can tell that a lot of these are on masterboards, and that is the great and fun thing about making masterboards is we get to use up our scraps, we get to use up our book pages, just get to use up a whole bunch of stuff, and everything comes together so nicely. So I want to show you this beautiful paper doll on a glassine bag. So now that I've shared all those, let's go ahead and make some. Let me clean these up, get them out of the way. Just wanted to share them with you real quick so you could see the things that I do with the old pages of books and magazines and stuff like that. So let's move these over. Hi, what glues are good for vintage wallpaper? Yeah, I think basically Aleen's tacky glue, probably art glitter glue, A wet glue like that, I wouldn't use a glue stick necessarily because I don't really trust them for long-term use. Any PVA glue would be perfectly fine. So those are some ideas for you. Oh, Cindy, I'm so glad that you enjoy the pockets. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they've been fun. So many good ideas and variety, and yeah, it's been fun. I'm glad that you're enjoying that series. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you like tacky glue. That's I use this Aleene's tacky glue, and it's fabulous. It's my favorite glue. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead. So I wanted to show you what I have here. Let's see what's going on here. What we have is this vintage magazine page, 1950, probably 1954 magazine, maybe 51. At any rate, it's old. And so there's this image of this guy, and he's just like chilling out. He's leaning on whatever. And I thought it would be cool to pair him with one of the paper dolls. We'll put her over here, but then also add like these fall colors because her dress is orange, and I just think that looks so super pretty. So let's play with this for a second and see, maybe I do two down here like this, and then one up in the corner like that. What do you guys think of that? Don't really want it to cover her head, but I think I could manipulate it so it doesn't. So let's go ahead and start with that. And speaking of tacky glue, I've got it here. And let's see, who else is here? Did anybody new come in? If you did, hello and thank you. So I am going to glue this paper doll down. Now, if you just popped in, because I noticed a few people just popped in, want to let you know you can get some free paper dolls in my Facebook group, Creating with Jovi, Journals and Crafts, and I love them. So October is going to be collaboration month. Please feel free to join us. It's an open collaboration. And so if you'd like to make some stuff, just tag me and Jen of Sassy Southern NC Girl. I'd love to see your makes. Feel free, if you're not a content creator, post it in my Facebook group, which is Creating with Jovi, Journals and Crafts. I would love to see it, and help yourself to the freebies. And then of course there's a kit available in the Etsy shop. So let's go ahead and take the, you know what, I'm gonna take these little dots completely off, because I am gonna use my hot glue gun and just, you know, pop these on there that way. That way they won't stick up as high, and when the tag goes into a journal, it won't be quite as bulky. I don't mind some bulky things in the journals, but you know, sometimes you can't have so much bulky stuff. You know, you gotta be able to like write in them and stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this one to the top first. So how is everybody doing today? Let me know. Let me know how you're doing, and let me know if you have plans for the weekend. I think I need to paint another room in my house this weekend, but I haven't done full prep. I had been so good about prepping everything, and I could do that today after I'm done having fun with you guys. I could go ahead and prep the living room, and I probably should. So far I got my dining room done. I got my daughter's bedroom done. What else did I get done? I feel like I got more than that done. I hope I did. Oh man. Okay, so hang on just a second. I'll read the comments. I really wish I could hear you guys. You know, it's so hard when we can't just talk regular. That would be so fun. All right, hold on one sec. I got some messy glue here. Okay. What do you guys think about this one? Do you think it needs anything else? And hold on a sec. I see a question there. Hold on one sec. Let me see. Let me get caught up. Oh, hey, Darcy. How are you, girl? I think about you all the time. I know you've been going through it. I hope you're having a good day so far. So Cindy, do I use the 3-in-1 for the paper dolls? Oh, 3-in-1. Hold on. So 3-in-1 is like Fabri-Tac. You can. Now, if you're going to do that, and it's no problem to use the 3-in-1, I would just say print out your paper dolls on cardstock. That's what I did anyway, because I knew I would be working with them and you know, using a lot of glue on them. So yeah, I would say just print it out cardstock and you're fine to use 3-in-1. She's not done. we have got to color in between her arms. You see how that is? And actually, maybe, I'm thinking, let me dip the side of this ink here. Maybe that'll be sort of just a nice subtle, oh yeah, I like it. And it matches the magazine right behind it. Get a little bit more on there. There we go. Oh my gosh, perfect, right guys? Okay, so that's an option. What do you think? Does it need anything else? I don't think it does. I'm gonna, I was gonna trim these edges, but I think I'm gonna leave them. Yeah, I like it. What do you guys think? Let me give it close up to you. Let me see, I'm reading more, guys. Oh, wow, you're gonna do some volunteering. Oh gosh, I'm not even holding this in the right place. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I got distracted because I was reading. Oh, that's so nice. Nice to give back. That's wonderful. Ah, well, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Okay, that one's good to go, right? So let's do the next one. I'm gonna leave this up here so you guys have something to look at here. I think you can still see that. Let's do this one. This is another encyclopedia page. Here's another one of my paper dolls. Isn't she pretty? And an encyclopedia page. We're gonna get this down first. So this weekend, okay, we got somebody is volunteering. That's awesome. And then let me know if anybody's crafting. Anybody got mega plans for crafty time? I literally, you guys, have not crafted since last Friday when I was live with you. I have been literally destashing my house and just organizing and packing and all of that. So I've been so super busy, because I have my 100 days of pockets, but those are pre-recorded. So I took a whole week off. Can you believe that? So it's kind of nice to sit down with you guys and be able to create some things. Use up some of my stash. I am definitely into using up my stash right now. All right, let's get our beauty on here. Okay, so I was thinking also, I really like the way that this looks up here in the corner. It adds just a nice little embellishment, a good way to use my scraps. But let's go ahead and do a little bit around the edge, give it a little bit of accent color there. I'm just using brown. Oh, you're working on journals all week. Oh my gosh. Well, that's exciting. Tell me, and organizing, tell me what your journals are that you're working on. What's your theme? Do you have a theme? Sometimes we do, and sometimes we just make a journal just to make a journal. So let me know what you got going on there. I would love to know. So I am going to spread this glue out a little bit with my fingers just so it doesn't squirt out of the sides, since I'm putting it up here on the edge. And it may squirt out the sides anyway, but hopefully not as bad as it would have. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Mary D, I'm going white. There's not one white room in my house because for me, that's a little bit boring. But in order to sell, I think it is best for me to go ahead and paint them white. So that's what I've been working on, is that just kind of keeping it simple, because when you list your house, you want people to be able to envision themselves there, and having it as neutral as possible is the best thing that we can do. I've already removed about 95% of all of our pictures. Anything personal, it's got to go away, and that's how that goes. All right, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put her right there. I think that looks good. And then I think we'll jazz it up with like these little gems, or I have some of these. Let's use up this stuff. Let's use it. Oh, and maybe this one. It's kind of an orangey red. Maybe we put this on here. Ooh, that'll look nice. Yeah, let's use up some of this stuff. I've had it in my stash. I don't use it enough, so let's just have some fun today and get it going, right? Yeah, we're also gonna we have to replace our fence out back, and I'm gonna have to paint the outside of the house, but we're gonna do all that when the weather's cooler, because we do all that stuff ourselves. But we'll wait till the cooler weather, which hopefully is coming soon, but it's Florida, so Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. All right, I think she looks really pretty there. Okay, now let's bring her back and let's go ahead and use up some of these pretty little things. This is fun. I hardly ever use these. I don't know why. I don't think about it. How's everybody's weather, by the way? Oh, Scrap by Heart. Hi. Hi from Norway. Oh my gosh. Thank you for coming over. I appreciate that. You're working on a coffee themed journal. Oh, that is lovely. And then I want I'm trying to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Jaya? Is that it? Jaya Plants? You are making Christmas and fall themed small square journal. Oh, how cute. Oh, it's new for you to do themes. Well, aren't they fun? I love doing themes. I think they're so fun. Right, let's see if we can get this down. And let me know if I said your name right or not. I hate to mispronounce names. So if I did, my apologies. Let's go ahead and get this over here. I'm thinking of putting it here. I don't think it needs to go by the guy. So let's just put it here. Oops, it's crooked. Oh no, it's crooked. Okay, there we go. Whew. Oh, what do you think? I think that adds a nice touch. Yeah, I'm gonna press them down really, really good so that the glue stays. I think that's perfect. Yeah, I like it. Okay, good, good. Now, let's do one for her. We have this nice dark sort of purple. Let's try that on for size. Up or down? No, no, no. Let's go over here and sort of add it to this edge. It'll just like, here, let me do it this way so you can see it. What do you think? Either there or it has to be down here. What is going on with that guy? He just fell right off of there. Or it needs to go right here. What do you guys think? Do you like it on the left or the right? Let me know. Oh, you're finishing a journal called Ladybug. Oh, how cute. Oh, that's so nice. J Eat Plants. Oh, got you. Okay. Thank you for breaking that down for me. I appreciate it. J Eat Plants. I love it. Okay, good. So are you a vegan? I mean, that's what that would be my take. So let me know if you're vegan. My daughter is vegan. I can't say I'm vegetarian, but I definitely lean in that direction. I don't eat meat that much. Okay, gosh, let's go ahead and do it on this side. You are vegan. Very nice, very nice. That's excellent. Excellent. My daughter, when she was 2, she started asking me, you know, where did this come from? Where did that come from? And I was always honest with her about it. And so when she was 2, she decided she wanted to be vegetarian. And I was like, okay. And then when she was, I think she hit high school, and then she decided she wanted to go vegan. And so that was great. And I just always tried to make sure there was all the healthy stuff in the house for her, you know, because you don't want to miss out on all the good vitamins and stuff. But she's very good about that. What do you guys think? Does it need something else? It kind of does. Let's do something across here. Let me find something cute. Let's see. Ooh, hold on. Let's have a look at this. I know this leans purple, but I kind of like it. Yeah, I like it. What do you guys think? Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it for sure. That'll be nice. Oh, absolutely supportive, 100%. Oh, hey, Natty, what's the matter? You don't have to be sorry. Did you have to go somewhere? It's okay. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, always supportive of my kids when whatever decisions, you know, I just think that's really important to allow them to be, you know, their own individuals, you know, even when they were young. Always tried to be like that, you know. Okay, I had to get the glue off my fingers, guys. Sorry. Here we go. Oh, that's super pretty. I hope that you can tell that it's definitely got a really nice shimmer to it. Real nice. I love it. Okay. It's wet, so I'm going to carefully trim it here. Make sure I didn't move it too much. All right, I'm going to leave that. Oops, oh, it moved. Always should wait till it dries, but you know. Okay, so I'm going to leave, let me move these. I'm going to leave these here so you can see them. And if you are looking at them and you envision, like I almost envision like a butterfly up here. So if you envision something, put it in the comments and we'll go back to it and we'll add it, okay? That really might bother me if I don't find a butterfly though. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I should find a tiny butterfly. Okay, next. So here we've got a vintage poem. And is it vintage? This is a book page, but honestly, it may or may not be vintage, just so that you know. But what we're gonna do is I backed it onto scrapbook paper already, so it's nice and firm. And what I was doing is bending it so that it wasn't, you know how it warps just a little bit. You can see that little bit of a warp there. But you can just take them and bend them back, or you can put them under at night, just, you know, put them under a book or something, and by the time the morning rolls around, they'll be ready to go. I'm gonna get my corner rounder real quick for that. And we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and ink around the edges. Sorry about that loud sound. I'll try not to make it so loud. Okay. Looking good. Okay, so here's our other paper doll. Now these ladies, just so you know, are from the oh gosh, that's gonna be early 1900s as I'm looking at their dresses. She's not early 1900s, but these two are early 1900s. I have them through the years. Did I show them to you? Oh, I did. I showed you the whole stack, but I didn't, when I showed you the whole stack, I didn't show you like the breakdown of the different years. But the printable kit goes from like 1600 all the way up to 1990, and just so that you know. Okay, let's figure out what hey Jessie, how are you? Less is more, yes, okay, but you think more is less. Oh, that's funny. Okay, hold on. I'm reading, hold on. I'll tell you your name another time. Oh, you spelled my name. Oh, that's okay. I don't care if you spelled my name wrong. It's all good. Let's see. What glue was I using for the little details again? Okay, hold on. Yes, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure, but I'm going to show you all the glues. So, Big Stuff, Aleen's Tacky Glue. For this trim here, I used Fabri-Tac. You could also use 3-in-1. You could also use hot glue, okay? And the other glue I used, just so that you know, Gemtac is fantastic. So if these little guys right here didn't have their own stickiness, I would have used Gemtac on these. This stuff is fantastic. I love it. It says, bonds rhinestones, crystals, sequins, and more to fabrics and accessories. And it does, it works great. So just so that you know, that is also in my arsenal. All right, let's add this pretty lady right here. And then we'll build around her. How does that sound? All right, let's do that. And then I'll grab some like fabric or some purple. I got some purple lacy trim and stuff like that. It'll be real nice on this either tag or pocket. You know, this one's pretty big. Maybe I'll turn this one into a pocket in a journal. This is the great thing, guys. You can make things up like this, and you don't have to decide whether this is a tag or a pocket, because you can decide that later when you're filling up your journal. And let's say I wanted to turn it into a tag, but it was too big, I could cut it down. Now, not once I get my lacy stuff on it, but like right now, I could just trim it if I wanted to. I don't want to though, because I think this might end up being a pocket. All right, let me get some pretty, look at this, guys. Let's use this, I'm thinking, because her dress is purple, it's lavender color. So if we go around all the edges with that, and then I'm thinking this maybe goes in the center of it. Check it out. That's super pretty, right, guys? Do you like that? All right, let's plan on doing that. I'm just gonna cut some of these to size. Well, bigger than to size, but you know what I mean. Okay. Now I'm thinking for these, I was thinking I wanted to use my hot glue, but you know what I'm gonna do? I've made an executive decision. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these to size 2. And then I'm thinking I'll use my gem tack. I'm sorry, no, not my gem tack. I'm gonna use my Fabri-Tac. Okay. So I'm gonna start at the bottom and I'm gonna put this one down first. All right, let me look here, I'm catching up. Oh, where did I get the ladies? I'm so sorry, Natty, I missed that question. Okay, these are part of my new printable kit called Paper Dolls. And aren't they fabulous, Natty? I love them. I'm in love with this kit. Let me show you a few more of them real quick. Well, actually, hold on. Let me get this down on the paper before it dries. And let me get one of these down too, because it should soak through, and grab a hold of that one. All right, while that's drying for a second, I want to show you some of the other paper dolls. Yeah, and Natty, I'm doing an open collaboration. And, you know, so if you want to join in, I want you to do that. There's freebies in my Facebook group, and there's a kit in the Etsy shop. So let me show you. This is the 1950s here. She's probably 1930s, although I'm not 100% sure. She's probably 1600s. Oh yeah, these are my Victorian ladies. Aren't they beautiful? I love them. And then this one, she's probably 1930, no. She's probably 1910, yeah, she's probably 1910. She's 1920s, Flapper Girl. She's probably 1900. This is 1950s. This is probably 40s. And this is 50s. So cute, right? I love them. I've been working with them a lot, and I'm just having a blast with them because they just add such a nice impact, like to any page, honestly. All right, I'm gonna trim this now before I put the next layer on, because I was working with you guys last week and I just put all of them on and then trimmed them all at once, but I said to myself, maybe I should have trimmed as I was going. So that's what we're gonna try to do today. All right, let's get, I'm missing a piece. No, here it is, okay. Here we go. Yes, definitely a printable. Yes, you can get the ladies in my Etsy shop, which is called Creating with Jovi Journals and Crafts. No, my Etsy shop is called Just Creating with Jovi. Simple as that. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I love them. They've been so fun. You'll see some starting in October. You'll see that I used some of them in the 100 Days of Pockets that I'm doing with Cindy A. Lewis. And so that'll be fun that you get to see that. And I didn't print out the whole kit to use. Like, I haven't used any from the 80s or 90s yet. But you know, maybe in October, during one of the lives, I'll go ahead and do that. That'd be pretty fun. I am gonna leave that to dry because it's still, you know, moving around a little bit. So we'll leave that. And I'll do one more layer. Excuse my throat, what's going on there? That hardly ever happens to me. Well, I did my live, you know, so I was talking, you know, blah, 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 chatting. And so maybe my throat just got a little froggy from that. All right, we're gonna get this one set on here. How's everybody's weather? Are you guys cooling off yet? We had some nice weather, but then, you know, it's pretty warm again, pretty humid actually. But hopefully some cooler weather will be coming in soon. I do hope so. All right, there we go. That's looking pretty. I like it. Okay, I just want it to stick down. So I think what I'll do is This one's been down for a minute, so I'll go ahead and do this side. I'll wait on this side though, because it's not quite there. I'm going to use my clothespins actually, just to make sure that these don't move around. Seem a little wiggly. There we go. That should hold them long enough for them to dry. Oh, today's your last day in the 80s. Oh my gosh, you're lucky to be in the 80s. We're still in the 90s, Darcy. Thank you, Jessie. I'm glad that you like how the purples are going with her dress. Yeah, Darcy, you're so lucky. So I guess that means if this is going to be like the last day in the 80s, that means you're going to move into the 70s. Oh, I can't wait. Of course, down here in Florida, when we hit the 70s, everybody starts wearing jackets and stuff. Everybody's like, oh, it's so cold. 78 in New York, not bad. That's a nice change. That is a nice change for sure. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Although I will say this, you guys know I do love to swim in my pool. Great exercise. I mean, amazing, right? I love it. But it has started to cool down. The pool has started to cool down because we're a little bit cooler at night. Now, when I say cooler, like last night, the low was it 78? So, you know, that's not technically cool. But usually at night here in Florida, it's like the low is like 84, 86. So the pool stays quite warm, but it has started to cool a little bit. So now it'll be time for me to get back into my walking routine. So in the summer, I swim for my exercise. And then in the winter, I walk. But I'm gonna have to start getting in the weight room, you guys. Gonna have to start doing some core exercises. It's time. Use it or lose it. That's where I'm at. It's time because I'm losing it. So I need to make sure I'm using it. Oh my gosh. Do you guys have an exercise routine? You have to let me know if you do. All right. Since I have the clips in place, I'll just try to trim right here. Hold on. Let me move this one down a little bit here. There we go. If you hear a little bit of noise in the background, that's Andrew. I think he's making lunch. A lot of you know Andrew. So I got to meet with our friend Sue of Crafty Sue 519, and she got to meet Andrew. He came to lunch with us. I had placed an order with her, and so instead of her mailing it, she's like, hey, let's meet for lunch. And I was like, oh, that's great. So we met at P.F. Chang's, and Andrew came, and it was nice. It was so nice to see her. Okay, my friends. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Does it need anything else? I mean, we could, but I almost love the simplicity of it. Let me know. You couch surf. No, that does not count. Nicole. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh yes, the storms. I know. Girl, believe me about the storms. I can't take it anymore. That's one of the reasons we're moving. Because we're going to move inland a little bit because I just, oh my gosh, I can't. It's just too much, you know. So I totally get it. Oh, I'm so glad that you're inspired. I'm so glad. So, okay, let me see. Jade's Plant says, I just started a new class at your gym. Oh, good. Glute camp. Oh, I need some glute camp. Yes. I love that. Oh my gosh. Yes. I need some glute camp. All right, guys, you continue to look at that while we sort of move over to this one. This is our green lady. She's beautiful. Let's go ahead and move these down here. These are the ones we're going to play with today. We've got a few more. Let's go. Hold on. I've got my pink paper I need to move. Hold on. Oh, geez, it's stuck to the table. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm putting her up here. Hopefully you can see. Let's move everything so you can. If you guys think any of those needs anything, let me know. We could on her. There's room, but I also do like the simplicity. So you guys just let me know what you think. And while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to go ahead and ink up our gorgeous green lady here. She's got a green dress and red hair. Lovely combination. I have really had fun playing with this kit. I mean, and you'll see in October, if you've been watching the 100 Days of Pockets, you'll see I tried to use it as much as I could. There was some I couldn't really use them for, but oh my gosh, yeah, I used them for as many as I could and just had so much fun doing it. All right, she's gonna go there. I think we need our corner rounder real quick. So this was a master board, as you can see. Master boards are great. When you're done with them, you just need to add a focal point, and these ladies are a perfect focal point. But you could use a big flower or a big butterfly, or I mean, whatever. I mean, you know, just anything really. Okay, let's ink that up. So I had just bought this ink pad, and then I went to an art show, and there were some kids there. And the kids wanted me to teach them how to make junk journals. So I said I would. And so we sat and we were, you know, I was showing them how to sew in the signatures and having them do it. And, you know, they were doing such a good job. But this one little girl grabbed my ink pad, and I mean, she used almost all the ink in it. And I was dying. But I didn't want to take it from her because she was having such a good time. But I was like, holy cow. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get a new one of those soon. All right, there's that. Now let's see. Let's position her over here a bit, and then that way we're not covering too much of that. Because if we go in the center, we're really covering that plant. I don't like that. So we're gonna scooch her over. We can still see the plant. And then we have room for like a word maybe. Ah, I'm liking that idea. You know, we could do the same on that if you guys thought we needed a thing. Let's see. You like the simplicity too? Okay. Very good. So we'll plan on putting a word on this one. And let's get her glued down. Let's start with that. Yeah, these are fun. So fun. And honestly, they haven't been difficult to cut out. There's just a few that have hands, like you can see on these, the hands are in front of them, so that's like super easy. You don't have to worry about, you can just sort of go around. The most difficult thing on this one was probably the shoe, which is not difficult at all. There's a few where the hands are out, but not many of them. So, as a matter of fact, okay, here's one where the hands were out. Let me show you. But it was not really hard to cut. Well, it's really just this one, and it really wasn't hard to cut it out. So, yeah, they've been fun to work with, fun to play with. I love the green. It's so pretty. If you heard that, that was a horn, a car horn out back. There's a high school behind my house, and I love it because I have no rear neighbors, and I just think that's fantastic. So now a word. Let's check it out. Let's see what we have. I'm gonna have to find some small ones, but let's see. Finder's key. Okay, I'm gonna put a few out here. I want you guys, hold on, it's dirty now. I'm gonna put a few out here. You guys let me know what you think. That one might be a little big though. I'd kind of like it to be down here if I can find one. Let's find out what we've got here. We could do that. It's so bold, but I kind of like it. So let me know about that. Okay, I don't know what this one even means. If you do, let me know. This could go here. I kind of really like noted. I'm going to keep that here. Oh, make a wish would be cute. Hold on. It's a little bit longer. I could snip the ends so I could bring it down a little, or we could just, I could snip the ends and kind of put it right about there. I think that looks nice. Notes. Do what you love. A little too big. Let me just look for the small ones. Now let's check this out. I don't know. Maybe if we put it like up here. Okay, I'll leave that out. Okay, so here's what we have so far. Let's check. This one's really bold. If I was going to do that, I would put it like up here. Okay, and it's kind of cool. All right, so let's choose. Ooh, oh, hold on. We might really have a winner here. What do you guys think about that? Okay, so let me know which one. Everybody vote. Let me know, let me know. Oh, cutting out words for ransomware. That's so funny. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up suggestion. I appreciate that so much. All right, let me know which word you guys like. And while I'm waiting to hear back from you on that, I am gonna look for some green trim. Let me see what I have in the old arsenal here. This might be a little too, yeah, most of my trims are gonna be light in color, but let me see. Hold on. Have no fear, I have a pretty good stock. This one is thicker, but the greens don't really work with her. Try this one, and nope. It's kind of an emerald green. Honestly, her dress is like emerald green. Let me see if I have that. Hold on, I've backed away for just a second. What else do we have? We have like emerald and sort of like this citrusy green. Let's see. Let me look in here. See what we have. Okay, we have story or wish. Okay, wish and story. Okay, now, hi Katie, how are you? Thank you so much for coming over. I've enjoyed your comments in the videos lately. I appreciate that so much. Okay, so let's get rid of wander. Story or make a wish. Let's have one more look. All right, if it was story, I think we'd put it right about here. Okay, and that does look great. Now let's try the other one. If it was make a wish, I'd probably clip a little off of each end just to make it a little smaller. Nope, it's got to go here. And there it is. We need one more vote, you guys. One more vote. Yeah, so I created these on Canva, these images. So if you like them and you want to get them, you can go to my Etsy shop. And then there's a few freebies in my Facebook group that you could have. Oh, no. No. You're perfect, Katie. You've done exactly what I asked. So yeah, no problem. All right, guys, we need a vote. Story or make a wish. They both look great. There is make a wish, which really does look fantastic. And then there's story. It's a bit bigger and a bit bolder. Should we go with story, you guys? Oh, brownish for trim. Good suggestion. Yes, join the group. Oh, good. Thank you. When I get off, I'll go over and make sure that I accept your joining. You know, I have to go in there and click that. Yes, it's fine. You know, I think let's go with story. What do you guys say? Let's do it. Let's go with that. And then brownish for trim. Yes. Now hold on, real quick. I gotta pour these out because I might have something. Well, we have these leaves, but I mean, oh, the color does work. Hold on. I got something in the bottom. Hang on, you guys. I'm getting there. It's, of course, really in the very bottom of the jar. Here it is. Okay. This is velvet. Oh, but it doesn't, well, does it work? Okay, hold on. Let's untape it and let's have a real good look at it. It's pretty thick, but I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, I think brownish it is. Do I have that? I don't know. I have gold. Gold would definitely work. Oh yeah, maybe we'll do some gold. Okay. All right. Focus, focus, focus. I'm trying. I'm always distracting myself. We should put the trim on before we put the story on because depending on its thickness, it might have to go up over it. We might have to pop it up with a pop dot, right? So let's make some decisions on that. Let me grab, look at this gorgeousness right here. Let's see if this is too big. Oh my. Oh, that's pretty delightful. And then if we did that right there at the top, and we came in right here. What do you guys think? I think we're doing it. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay. I think for this, I'm just going to do a bead of hot glue right across the top. And make sure I'm not putting it on upside down. Hold on. Oops, no, here we go. Okay. And then we're going to go right here. Let me find my spatula. There we go. Okay, now we're going to trim it. So pretty. Okay, now I think I'll go ahead. We won't need a pop-up, so I think since this is going to go on the lace, I will use my Fabri-Tac on our little chipboard piece. It should be good. I could have used hot glue too. Either one works fine. Okay, this is going to go right here. Oh man, that is pretty. I'm going to go ahead and, what do you guys think about that? Isn't that nice? I don't even think it needs anything else, honestly. I think that's like perfect. Just going to put these clothespins on here just to hold everything in place. And do you see how this is sort of up like that? I don't love that, so I'm going to just put a little spot of hot glue right on there, just the tiniest little piece, and then it'll keep it straight. There we go. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness, yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm glad you like it. Awesome. So Scarlett O'Hare, yes, yes. Oh, Natty, that's hysterical. Well, go to my Etsy shop and get my beautiful ladies. Okay, next, let's do the last one. We're going to turn into like a little fairy. I think we're going to do this with her, but we'll see. But let's do this one because, you know, look how pretty. This was a master board, and that's just so gorgeous, and I think she's going to look gorgeous on it. Now, something feels off to me about this paper. Let me double check and make sure it's straight. Looks just, I don't know why, it just doesn't look straight, and it could be just my eyes fooling me, but let's, oh no, it's crooked. Okay, definitely. Let's go ahead and cut it right here. All right, now let me flip it and make sure this side's straight. Wow, it is not. Check that out. All right, so I don't want to take too much off. There we go. Okay. Let me just check this and make sure the top is straight. I think it is. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, there we go. Just needs a little bit of work there. Let's go ahead and ink her up. Gorgeous, love it. Yeah, these were fun to put together. This kit was real fun to do. I enjoy very much making printable kits. And even though this one's very simple, it's mostly ladies, I did do some background pages to coordinate in case you wanted to make a tag or something. Oh, do I have my fall tag? I want to show you an example. Where is it? Hold on, let me think real quick. What did I do with it? Because I used one of the backgrounds and one of the ladies. Oh, hold on. I think I found it. me show it to you. You're gonna love it. Here it is, here it is. Okay, so this is one of the freebies. This is a background, freebie background, which I actually just posted last night. And then this is one of the freebie dolls, and she's fall, you know, kind of, she's got her fall dress on. And so that's what you can do with the freebies is I made a tag because I used the background and the doll. Isn't that great? So I like how that turned out. All right, let's get back to this beautiful lady. Let's go ahead and put a little ink on these. Oh, let's go ahead and do our corners first though. Hold on. Thank you, Katie. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, so fun, so fun. Yeah, I'll have to set some time aside and, like I said, maybe we'll do it on a live, work with the ones from the 80s and the 90s. That'd be fun, because I did like some vibrant backgrounds for those particular ladies, and that could be just something different, you know. A lot of times we work with the vintage stuff because, you know, we love it, but it might be fun to do something a little newer. All right, so if this is here, I like it, and I will definitely put something across the bottom just to make the whole thing work better, right? But I do like her. Now I want to let you know, we can color in the white here. We can use the ink like we did before, which actually worked out perfectly. Or you can grab a little razor tool. I have one, I'm going to show it to you. This is a razor and a pen, and it's tiny, but it's perfect for that. You know what, let's cut it out. Let's just do it so you guys can see what I'm talking about in case you didn't know about that. I'm looking for my board though. Here it is. All right, this is my Cricut board actually. It's not my cutting board, but it'll work just fine because I'm done with it. It doesn't work. Doesn't have enough stick on it anymore to work for my Cricut, so it's amazing how quickly the boards wear out. So anyway, you just use your little knife and do the best you can. See how, did I do good? Let's find out. So now I'm gonna grab a pokey tool. I can see, okay, I can see it from the back, hold on. So I'm gonna score it along, just using my pokey tool where I can see the marks, just to make sure it went all the way through the paper. There we go. Now let's see how bad I did. Well, it's coming out. Okay, hold on. There we go. Not terrible, not terrible. Okay, and then I still have to go in and color that. So I'm gonna grab a red marker, and I've got one right here. Should I use brown? Yes, I should actually, instead of red, because if we use red, it's gonna make her waist look bigger, and I don't want that effect on her. So let's go ahead and just use a brown marker and get rid of that little bit of white that was there. There we go. And then for this one, it's so small, I'm just going in with this brown marker. There we go. Now maybe I should have gone with a lighter tone for this side over here, but it's done now. All right, how does that look? I think that looks perfectly fine. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. Oh, you got the lady set. That's awesome. I'm so glad. Okay, here we go. Let's glue her down. She's looking fantastic. Oh, then make sure you post in the group if you want to. I'd love to see your makes. Come along with us and, you know, make some stuff. Now, I do have, actually, I need to get, I'm glad I'm talking to you guys about this because I do have prompts that Jen and I are using. And so I'll go ahead and post those. Voluntary. They're absolutely voluntary. They do not need to be used to be part of our collab. But if you wanted to, you certainly could. Oh my gosh, I love her over top of these flowers. I'm going to scooch her to the side just a little bit more so we can see this flower here really nicely. Oh, she's looking great. Doesn't she look pretty, you guys? Okay, let's find something for down here. I'm feeling lace. What do you guys think? Let me grab some lace. Hold on a second. I got out my bins and my buttons and all, but I didn't get my lace out of the cabinet, so let me do that. So I went through my books, back to talking about moving. I went through my books and I packaged up most of them. I kept some out because, you know, I might want to have things to play with, you know, during this season of my life. But I packed up most of them. That's a little bit big, although, I mean, I don't hate it, you know. Let's see, here's a smaller one. I like that one better. Yeah, it's not quite as big. If we do that, let me see if I have some red satin trim. Wouldn't that look nice together? All right, let me get rid of my box of goodies there. And let me, oh, look what I have, you guys. Okay, so if we put this down, and then we put this velvet ribbon down, I mean, so pretty, right, you guys? All right, I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that'll look super pretty. Okay, so I think I'm gonna glue this down with, let me get this cut. I'll glue it down with Fabri-Tac, and then I'll get the red down on it real quick before it dries. All right. All right, I am going to spread that with my finger real quick. If you hear a racket in the background, that's just Andrew. That's just Andrew making his lunch. So, you know, now I'm thinking, I got the Fabri-Tac on there, and now I'm thinking I'm going to go across the center here with this hot glue, and then I will attach the velvet with the hot glue. Oh, so pretty. Love it. All right, it's gonna look even better once we trim it to size. All right, so then you guys will have to let me know if you think I should do like a grommet. With like maybe the rest of that lace pushed through the grommet. What do you guys think of that, shall we? We haven't done one yet. I kind of like it the way it is, but let's pretend, hold on, let me grab that lace. I think this is it. So let's pretend that it's a little long, so ignore that. Let me fold it again, okay. It's a little short, but okay, so let's pretend that there was a grommet in it, and it would be like that. Or I could just, I don't even have to, because this would be hard to get like the grommet through, or this would be hard to get through the grommet. So I'm wondering, hold on, let's play for just a second. If I took this, oh, by the way, guys, I had to buy a new sewing machine, and doing this made me think of it because I could sew this on. Oh, let's do that. I won't sew it though, because I literally just unboxed my sewing machine, so I haven't even tested it out yet. But let's do that. That's gonna be super cute. All right, yeah, let's break out the glue. I'm gonna make sure this is straight first. There we go. Okay, I wonder if I should use hot glue. No, I'll go ahead and use this. I'm gonna put a little strip here. I'm gonna turn it over, and I'm just gonna do it here also at the same time. And always putting my top on before I move forward. All right, I got my lace ready to go. I'm gonna spread this out a little bit. Okay, now we go. Got that. And then I have an idea for the finishing touch. Don't worry. Okay, that's looking good so far. So now I'm thinking, let me find some trim, and we'll put the trim right there and right there. And that'll look really nice and finished off. I'm just setting it on here so it doesn't lay on my desk to dry. All right, yeah, it is almost part of her dress, you're right, yes. Okay, let me grab, what was I looking for? Oh yeah, I was gonna look and see if I have some red trim here. Okay, would this be cheesy, guys? I want an honest opinion. Would it be cheesy to put 3 red hearts across it like that? Or I could go all the way across? Hold on, let me move that out of the way. What do you think about that? It's very shimmery. I mean, I think it's kind of cute. Let's go for it. I don't hate it, so let's go for it. Okay. Adds a little whimsy, a little something to it. All right, get that over there. All right, so I'm gonna go in, I think with my hot glue gun for this part of it. Oops, almost put it on upside down. Going right across the top. All right. Oops, my glue got a little sloppy on the back there. I'll have to clean that up. Okay, then I think I'm going to snip this here. I hope that leaves me enough. Oh, it's perfect. Oh my goodness. Okay, good. Whew. Oh, there's a little piece of glue I need to remove here. Okay, there we go. And then here's the front. Hold on, I got a little cleanup to do right here real quick. Grab my pokey tool. I don't really like to see the glue, you know. It really bothers me. So I do try to clean that up. Okay. I know sometimes we can't always get it like perfect, but wow, I think she turned out beautiful, guys. What do you think? Do you like her? You love the hearts. Oh, good. Yay. Yeah, she turned out so pretty. All right, let's take this off so we can see this in its full glory here. Oh my gosh, these are coming together so nicely. I'm so happy. Okay, we have one more to do, my friends. Let's do it. Okay, so this girl, she's 1950s. Okay, so I tried to, for today's crafting session, I tried to come up through the years. So I think she would be our oldest one. She's probably, 1700s. She would probably be close to that, but maybe 1800s, not sure. This one is like early 1900s. And then, I feel like there was glue on there. And then her too. And then I think this one then bumps up into she was newer. Anyways, whatever, it's fine. You guys probably don't really care about that. Let's go ahead and put this one together. And I'm gonna want your vote. Okay, so let me show you my idea so far. So we got our pink background. And then we have this, which is, let me move these up a little. This, which is gonna go like that so we can see the pink paper, right? And then I was gonna have her, I like the roller skate, which is why I chose this with her, like thinking like 50s, like when they used to roller skate at the restaurant or whatever. So then she goes on here, right? But then I had the thought of maybe adding wings to her. I need a yes or a no to the wings. Oh, let me see. You saw something swing. Okay, hold on. Oh, you're right. Something did swing, but they didn't come undone. It was just a spare part that got stuck to it. Good eye, though. That's funny. So anyways, I can put those in the trash. We don't need those. All right, so yes or no on the wings. While you guys are deciding on that, I'm going to go ahead and get this glued down, okay? Because we know we're going to do that. Oh my gosh, this paper is so thin and so fine that it just, it moves around and got to really hold it down. So this paper's from 1950s and it's magazine paper, so it's quite fragile. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I can get that centered right off the bat. Not bad. Okay. Let me see if I can find my spatula. There it is. Oh, you're working on Marie Antoinette book. That is delicious. For junk journal. Yes. Oh, yeah. I worked with her a few months ago. It was so fun. I did not realize, Katie, that is it you that's actually her partner this month? Or are you going along with it? Let me know if you are one of the like sort of open collab participants or if you're her actual partner. I'm dying to know that actually. I'll have to go back and watch your videos and see what you're working on. I'm excited about that. Yeah, Marie Antoinette, that's awesome. I once made a junk journal using a child's storybook actually about Marie Antoinette of her youth. And gosh, it was so pretty. It turned out so good. I give it to somebody who's not really into junk journaling, so I don't know if they appreciate it, but they did appreciate that the work that it took to to create it. So, okay, there's that. Now, I think I inked her already, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. Let me do just a little bit more in some of the light spots. Okay. All right. So wings or no wings? Did anybody answer? Let me find out. I'm looking. You're participating. Okay, that's awesome. Okay. Nancy from Wishes and Weeds. Oh, that's right. Yes. I remember now that you say that. Well, nobody voted on the wings, yes or no. Hold on. Let me see. Yes, I did. That's right. I thought I was going to say, oh, thank you. That's exactly what I did. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. That was cool. That journal turned out pretty neat. So what do you think? Is it too much to do the wings, guys? Or do we embrace it? You know what? I'm feeling froggy. Okay, Jessie says yes to the wings. Let's do it. Let's do it. So before we do, let's ink up. You know how these sometimes have the white edges? Let's get rid of those. Let's go ahead and add a little ink here. I don't really love the white edges, so we'll get rid of that. There we go. All right, we're going to get our glue on both of them, and then we'll put them on at about the same time because we got to get the positioning correct. And then we'll have to decide what else we're doing to it, because if she's got wings, then maybe it makes her a fairy. I don't know, but maybe it does. And so, oops, I would want to maybe have some fairy quotes or something. I have to pull out my ephemera book and see what I have. All right. Okay, so before I set this down, I'm going to kind of pick her up, figure out, yeah, right about there I'm thinking, okay. So if I put these two pieces together, and then put them here, there we go. I don't want to cover the skate too much, you know. I can pull her down a little bit. Oh, it's right about there, I think is perfect. Okay, now cute. Cute, cute. I do need to, before I do anything, I need to get some green in between her body and her dress here. I think this color is going to work fine. Okay. I don't know if I have any fairy quotes or anything like that, but let me grab my fairy ephemera. I don't even know how much I have, honestly, but I know I might have something in there. Let's find out. So I organized my ephemera in alphabetical order in a big notebook, as you can see, and I use these baseball card holders to store my ephemera, and it's a great way to do it, and then I can just flip through and see what I need. Here we go, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Let's have a look. We got fairies are near, and then we have a little tiny fairy, and then we have a stump and a mushroom. Okay, let's pull the mushroom and fairies are near, and let's just see if that's anything that we can use. It is fun to add some whimsy. You are right. You are right. All right, let's get these moved over. Okay, now let's see what we got, because we can always cut this to size. Oh, hold on now. Let's have a little play. Look at how the door opens. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm probably not going to use this, but I'm putting it on anyway just to look. Okay, I'm not going to use it for sure, but it's super cute. But these two compete against each other too much, but I do love that. I'll have to use that for something else. So let's go ahead and plan on putting this somewhere, but we're going to have to cut it down, okay? So let me get my little decorative edge scissors here. That should do a pretty good job of cutting it down, and I'll probably just kind of go a little bit, you know, freehand with it. Not really thinking about it too much. There we go. So that made it so much more small, and that way we can put it, oh, like right there, right? Look at it. So we have to ink the edges though, and I would like to use black, so hold on. I've got to get a new black ink pad, guys. Mine, I don't know if you can even see it, but look, it's so ridiculous. It's like it's squashed down permanently. I don't know what happened to this thing. Like, it's not even that old. How did that happen? I don't even know. Has that ever happened to yours? Is it the brand? Is it a cheap brand? Maybe I picked it up like cheap somewhere. I mean, that's what I have to think. I've got to think, oh my gosh, you know. Who knows where I ended up getting it. Okay, I like it with the black around it. I think that looks great. And actually, shall I do a little black around this pink? I'll just do it. I won't go in deep with it. I'll just do like right around the edge. Real careful. That's looking good. Okay. Now, color box. Oh, let's see. Let's find out. This is Craft Smart. Is it garbage? Let me know. It's the only one like this that I own. I mean, it seems like garbage. Like, there's still plenty of ink in it, but the pad is like total trash. Okay, let's go ahead and get this glued down. And I usually just, like, when I buy my ink, I don't know, I just, like, this one is Stampabilities, and then I have, what's this? Yeah, then this one, oh yeah, this is Stampabilities. They seem to do pretty good job. I have never had a problem with those. All right, we're gonna put this right down here, right? Oh, so cute, you guys. I love it. Okay, so on this one, since this is so adorable, let's go ahead and add some magical flatbacks, right? Hey, Angela. Thank you, my friend. How are you doing? I hope you're doing really well. I appreciate you coming over. I'm going to put my razor pen back real quick so I don't lose it. Okay, let's get our gem tack, because remember we talked about that. And then let me get my tweezers, because you know we have to have some tweezers when we're working with these little things. Colors, colors. Well, we know we want some pink, right? So let's go ahead and put some pink on the desk. And then let's get some bright pink on the desk as well. Okay. So now let me get a little bit more of those bright ones. They really pop. They have a nice color to them. And then we could do a couple gold on the wings. So let's go ahead and let's get a few of these big gold ones here. And I got a couple of the small yellow ones. Do we have green? Well, we have this neon green. I don't know if I want to use that, but let's pull a couple out just in case. All right, let me know if there's any other colors you'd like to see me pop in here. You know, I can add some to her dress. You know, we can just get them all over the place if we want to. But the first ones I'm going to start with, I'm going to do gold right here on these wings. And actually, I'll go ahead and do 4 of them. Let me get this here. And we'll, oops, pop that on there. There we go. I love these tweezers. I've showed you guys these before, but just in case you're new and you hadn't seen them, they're kind of, I don't even know what they're called, but you squeeze it to open them, and then you release it to tighten, and it gets such a good grip on stuff. So I really like them. It's a little wild for your brain because it basically does the opposite of, you know, what we're accustomed to, but I do like them very much. All right, we almost, hold on, trying. Okay, got the gold on, so that looks great, nice and shiny. Okay, now let's add some to her dress, right? What is this? This is a different shape. Oh, it's pink. Look how pretty that is. Ooh, let's use this as her belt. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna put this right here. I didn't even know I had one like that. It's so pretty. I'm gonna put this right here as her belt buckle. That'll be super cute. Oops. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can, there we go. It's a little bit big, but I don't care. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty far away, but isn't that cute? All right, so let's add some to her dress now. Let's go with some, we'll go with both colors pink, and you know what? We'll add some of the green ones on there maybe. No, let's do the green ones down here. We'll do 3. Yeah, let's do 3. And that'll really pull your eye down here because they're so bright green. Okay, I like it. The gem tack does dry clear, so we don't need to worry about that. Now let's add some to her skirt. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pink ones, and then I want to do some yellow ones. We'll do 1, 2, 3 yellow. Okay, and then we'll see how that looks. Go ahead and get my yellow ones on first. Oops. Must have got, my little tweezers must have got a little glue on them. All right, there we go. Okay, now let's go in for the pink. And I was wondering, should I do all like the bright pink, or should I mix up the bright and the light? I think I'll do this one light right here. And then maybe this one light too. And then the other ones can be the bright. Oh, I think this is looking cute. They're a little bit big for her dress, but I still think it's adorable. Okay, there it is. There it is, my friends. Let me get it close to you. Do you like it? Okay, mixing is good. Okay, good, awesome. I like it. I think it turned out real pretty. Ah. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna move these over. I'm gonna close this so I don't spill them, because with my luck, I'd like move my hand and then I would like fling this and they would be all over my room. We don't need that. Definitely don't need that. Okay, let me show you each one of the cards that we made today. So this one we just finished, and I think it's so cute. Of course, the white around the flat backs will dry, and then you won't be able to see that. This is the first one we made today. Oh, and look at one of my little gemmies moved. So let's go ahead and add a little of this to the one that moved. Let's find it. Where did it go? I think it was this one. Yeah, let's add some of this. Get that back in place. And then what I'll do is, like tomorrow, I will check them and see if anything else is coming loose. And if they are, I'll just do what I just did and it'll fix it. The rest feel pretty good though. So hopefully we're in good shape. So here was the first one we made. I think she turned out nice. And that's the one where we used the ink inside here and it matched the paper. So I thought that worked out good too. Now she needs a little something here to make it so that it doesn't look like, this might be dark. Hold on, let me grab my ink. Let me grab the brown side. Let me see if I can ink her up just a little. Oh, there we go, just a little. Oh, what do you guys think? It's not bright white anymore. I think that worked out great. It got a little on her dress, but I think we're okay. And actually, I feel like that's bothering me. I feel like we need something right there. Let me see what I've got here. Oh, I might have just the right thing. What if we put these flowers there? See, we got the blue one here. Let's say we did the pink one there. It just takes up the space and it looks pretty. So let's go ahead and do that. It's funny that it was been bothering me this whole time. It just wasn't going to leave me alone. I had to do it, right? Got that there. Oops, this one I think I need to move over just a little bit. Oh, let me add a little more. Add a little more of this in the right spot here. There we go. All right, look at that. I think that just makes it perfect, right? So she's good to go. What do you think? Ooh, stickles. But I'll do I'll do stickles off camera. Unless you want me to do stickles on camera. And then she just looks gorgeous. If I was going to add anything, it might be something to one of the corners. But honestly, I think I'm going to leave her now until she goes into a journal or gets used as a tag or gets used as a greeting card. Remember that these are all toppers for whatever you want to use them for. There's so many options. And then this lady, I love the gold. I think that worked out great. She could use a little stickles on her dress, but otherwise I think that works out perfect. And then here's the one with the hearts. Oh, you know, this could use a little something right here in the center. Oh, where's those 3 hearts I threw away? Hold on. Let me grab them. Let me put one of them. Here they are. Let me put one of them right here in the center, right? Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to cut this off of here. And then let me try it on for size before I do it. Yeah, we have to do that. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of hot glue. Hopefully I don't burn my finger. And try to get this right in the center here and spin it. Come on, there we go. We did it. What do you think about that finishing touch? I think that looks great. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys, this has been a blast. Oh, these are so fun. So again, pockets or card toppers or tags, like so many uses for these gorgeous, beautiful ladies, right? Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, you guys, for spending time with me. I really appreciate it. It's been great. And I hope you all have a great weekend. I'm typing that in right now. And as always, you guys know I appreciate you so much. All right, that's going to be it. I'm going to eat some lunch. Bye, my friends. I appreciate you all. Oh, here we go. Whew. Sorry about the thing. A little close-up of them before I go. Cute, right? I love it. Okay, well, that is going to be it. Have a happy weekend. Oh, and thank you. I will have a good lunch. Thank you. Bye, guys.